What's your name, what do you do, and where do you work?
Dave Bedwood, creative partner at Lean Mean Fighter Machine, or founder, co-founder, creative director, but just about to move into being a creative director at M&C Saatchi, because we sold Lean Mean in April this year.
Great.
So I'm sort of in limbo slightly.
Oh, right. What was your first ever role in the creative industry? How did you get it?
Crikey, placement team, so it's pre-digital, so it was just as an above-the-line creative team, and we got it how probably they still do it today, really, getting a book together, probably have about 10 campaigns, going to lots and lots of agencies, whittling it down, getting better and better, writing lots and lots of ads, really, that's the, and finally landing a sort of many placements and then a job.
How did you get from your first job to where you are now, do you think?
Yeah, crikey. I would say, it's a combination of things, really. We were lucky because we were sort of trained as sort of copywriter, art director, so a traditional an advertising team, and we got into digital by fluke, really, just at the point of time where there was no sort of creative teams in it. They were all above the line, all our mates, all our peers were all still going for jobs in above the line agencies, and we got into digital in '99, end of '99, so it's quite early, and I think our skill set was quite unusual, so we sort of managed to ascend a little bit quicker than you would have done in an above line agency. So it's a bit of timing, luck, and we worked bloody hard as well. So.
Hard work, yeah.
Hard work was the short answer.
It's always a good skill to have, yeah. And what's been your motivation for driving your career, driving your passions?
Oh, my wife. No. Oh, my wife. Oh God, motivation. I think if you're a creative in this industry, I think you don't struggle with motivation much, I don't think, because to get a job is really pretty difficult because there's so many people who want to do that role, so you've got to be fairly highly motivated to begin with. And I think there maybe is more of an ego or a selfish thing with creative people in the sense that they want the work to be great because it's their portfolio as much as it's a client's work, and that is what makes it successful or not, whether it's work for a client. I think you have the motivation that you want to do, you feel like it's your thing and you want it to be great because of that. I think that's as much motivation as you need, or I've ever needed, really.
Yeah. Do you think it's better off developing your career within an agency or moving throughout different agencies?
Oh, wow. Crikey, there's so many answers to that, isn't it? I don't know, really. I think there's different agencies, you've got to find the place where you think you're going to prosper. It sounds so obvious, but there's, when we first started, there was agencies that we did placements at, and very quickly we knew that we did not fit there or would not work well there or just didn't enjoy it. And I think you've got to enjoy it. It's hard work, you still need to enjoy it to get on. So we moved around. So placements are good for that. You get to sort of feel out what agencies are right and what are not. And, so I think you just got to find your place. Once you've found it, I'd advise staying there, because I think if you can stay somewhere where you can get a really good foothold and get good relationships, you need that to get good work sold. So find your place and stay there. It's amazing advice.
Yeah, last year we interviewed Sir John Hegarty, and he said creatives should watch out for promotions that result in them not doing the work they love. So my question that follows is, should creatives be cautious when taking promotions, or does career progression have to involve increasing levels of responsibility?
Again, I mean, it's speaking for myself. I mean, when we got to be creative directors very early in our career, so we were like 20. When I'm talking about me, Sam's one of the other creative partners at Lean Mean. So we were creative directors at Tribal DDB by the time we were 25. So we were always very much sort of on the front foot to progress, but it was only to have more control over the work we were doing ourselves. We were in very small agencies, so you're still writing a lot. It's not like you're a creative director who's got to look after 50 people or a massive department which takes up all your energy and time. We were in control of the department. That was sort of 3 or 4 teams, so we just did a lot more. We got a lot more work out, and then from there we launched Lean Mean with 2 other guys, Dave Cox and Tom Baisley from DDB, because we thought we could do it better ourselves, really enough. So we've always felt like we wanted to, and it was all for the work, really. It wasn't because I want more responsibility, I want to look after more and more people. So I think just You've got to see what sort of person you are. I think if you progress them and take in jobs, it's good because it means you're on higher up on the ladder, salary-wise, that's good. But if you want to write work, just be careful, because if you get a job that is more about managerial and meetings and lots of meetings, you just won't write any work. So you've got to find out what you want to do, really.
Totally. Finally, what's been your motivation for moving from Lean Mean to M&C Saatchi?
Purely money. No, I'm joking. The wife? No. Oh, crikey. So the motivation for that, well, we've been going for 10 years, so we've got a really good stint to what we do. You feel like the industry has changed and we're getting squeezed as a smaller agency. We're getting squeezed more and more. And probably from about 2008 onwards, digital became a bigger thing, which is great. It wasn't just banners and microsites anymore, it was anything, Night Plus, it could be a product, it could be a film, it could be short form, long, whatever, it could be everything. And that was great, but with that came the consequence that bigger agencies would do more and more of that work, and we were never big enough to have the clout to go in there and do everything, and we wanted to do everything. And I think we were looking for a partner that would allow us to do the work we wanted to do, really, bigger work, with digital at the heart of it, but it being on sort of, it could be anything, but and actually do it rather than sort of talk about doing it, for which felt like that's where it was going. So that was the main motive. Work was that, and yeah, 10 years of doing it.
Sometimes it's just time to move.
Sometimes it's time to move.
Great.
New challenge.
Well, thank you very much.
Source LF are London's leading creative communications and media recruitment agency. Be sure to like our video and subscribe to this channel. Take the moment to watch another of our videos on screen now.